Greetings everyone, I'm Kevin, and welcome to another episode of FIKA with a book. This time with coffee. So we're going to pick a book. Let's go with this one. I dropped one. Let's go with this one. You Had Me at Hola. So that's what we're going with. You Had Me at Hola by Daria Alexis. I didn't even notice that I had the wrong name. That it says Daria Alexis on this, but her name is actually Alexis Daria, as you can see here. I don't know why I wrote that wrong. I missed it. But here we go. This is the book that we're talking about for this video. And as always, the first question is, which rating did the book get? And I gave this book 3 stars. Question number 2, did you leave a review for this book on Goodreads? And I did not. I have a feeling I should change that question. I should omit it, change it to something else. Because so far, I have rarely actually given a review for the book I'm talking about. So, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. The third question is trigger warnings. This is not a trigger warning per se, but it might be seen as a content warning. I don't know. It's just because I know a lot of people who like reading romance or love stories, and they have a hard time reading a book when it's an age gap between the two characters. And there is an age gap in this. I think, if I remember correctly, Ashton, this little guy here, I think he is 38 or something like that. And Jasmine is early 30s, if not late 20s. I don't remember that specifically, but it is almost 10 years between them, and I just wanted to bring that up because I know a lot of people who have issues with an age gap over 5 years. So that's the only thing that I could come up with this that might need a warning, because I do know a lot of people who have that issue with romance novels or romance in general, especially when it's an older guy and a younger girl. So I just wanted to bring that up. Question number 4 is, what scene do you remember most vividly? This is not a spoiler because it happens early in the book, and it's that Jasmine is cast as the leading woman in a new telenovela playing against Ashton. But Jasmine has a little secret. She is not fluent in Spanish, and her character has to speak some Spanish, and she's really struggling with the words and getting it to flow and things like that. And I completely relate. As someone who is multilingual, I speak 3 languages, and I struggle with that as well. I think everyone who is multilingual has struggled with that to some degree, and I felt that was absolutely relatable, that she really tried. She tried so hard to pronounce everything correctly and to have it flowing so that it didn't get I don't know the English word for it, but choppy. I think choppy might be the closest word to what I mean. That it doesn't become the when you speak, that it's really trying hard to get it to flow. And she practiced her lines and really tried to get the Spanish to really get better, and that her pronunciation and that it would make sense when she spoke, and that it would sound as good as it could be. And I know that was also a little bit of an identity thing. You are part of a culture and you can't speak the language associated to that culture fluently, and that kind of messes with a person's identity, that, oh, I don't really belong to this culture because I'm not fluent in the language, which is absolutely not true. But I really loved that fact and that part of it, and that is a scene that I remember very vividly because it meant a lot to me to read it. It's not really one scene, it's more like a chunk of the book, but I really enjoyed that, and that is the one thing that comes to mind that is not spoilery. Number 5 is change the title to the A/the X of X and X format. And this is, for example, a Court of Songs and Roses. For example, A Court of Thorns and Roses, The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, like that kind of format. So changing this title to that. After thinking about this for a little while, the one that really like called out to me is The Mystery of You and Me, which I think works in a lot of ways. Number one, they have to keep the real relationship secret. Like the real, like, this is a romance novel and these two are stars in a show and they have chemistry off the show. And so the mystery part, The Mystery of You and Me, is kind of like them secretly, their secret relationship basically, while it also has to do with the secret, like the mystery behind them as well. Like Ashton has a huge secret that he does not want to come out. So that is a mystery. Like The Mystery of You and Me has to do with both their relationship and the things that they hide from each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really like that. I really like that title, and I think it fits very well to the story. Number 6, Thoughts on the Cover. This is beautiful. Like, look at them. Whoever made this cover is absolutely phenomenal because they look so absolutely fantastic. I think it's just extremely pretty. Like, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think more romance novels should look like this. I don't know why there's a trend in like romance novel covers where it's just one color and then small illustrations of the people and the text. Like the cover, I don't know why that's kind of like a trend. Like, this is so much better. Like, can we change the trend to this, please? The next question is, would you use this in education? Because I am a teacher. I don't think so. No. Number 8. Do this book remind you of another story, book, TV show, nonfiction, etc.? I must have seen some sort of movie or TV show where two actors fall for each other. Like, I have to have seen that somewhere, but I can't come up with a single example. Like, I know that I've seen that, but where? Question number 9. Have you read any other book by this author? I have not. But I think, like, as with a lot of books that I have talked about on FIKA Webbook, I do think I will check her out. And I do know that she has another book in this series coming out, and I want to check that out. So yes, I'm going to read more of her books. Then the last question is, if there's a TV or movie adaptation of this book, would you watch it? Yes. Like, come on, yes. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. And I think this would work very well as a TV show. Have you, if you've seen Jane the Virgin, that's kind of like the feel, the vibe that I imagine, like with Rogelio and the whole like film studio, the telenovela part of it. I think like that's what I kind of have in mind. Like, that would be absolutely beautiful to have in this story, that kind of setting. I mean, like, obviously because it is partly on set because they are actors doing the telenovela, so that is something that I would this is something that I would absolutely love to watch. So yeah, if this gets adapted, I am going to watch it. Yes. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you do. If you've read this book, please let me know down below what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Do you have another title in mind maybe? I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. Good reading. Bye!